Hello everyone, Denise FARQUHARSON coaching here. How are you doing? I hope you're well. And today it's Summer in Rome, day 17. And I'm so sorry that I'm a little bit late. So if you have actually connected earlier and you hadn't seen me, that's because I was stuck with some IT stuff, which is just boring. So I won't labour you with it. So I'll just give you a few minutes to connect those of you who are going to be coming on, and I will be able then to catch up really on what's been happening with our 21 days of inspiration, motivation, aspiration about life and personal development. And that's what this is all about really, to help you understand, navigate, get through and use it for your personal development. There we go. So I hope that helps, that this is the reason you're here. This is the reason why we're doing the Summer in Rome. This is the reason why we are taking the time out actually to just really understand who we are, what we are doing, and why we do what we do. And sometimes we are going to need some little tips and hints and things that's going to help us stay on track from that perspective as well. So I'd really do hope this definitely helps you. So Emma, if you could just check for me, did I come live under Denise FARQUHARSON coaching? Because I've had a few technical difficulties. So can you just double check I did go live under Denise FARQUHARSON coaching for me, please? I think I did. I think I pressed the right buttons. Great. So I hope you've had a great weekend, those of you who are joining. And it's been a weekend that's been interesting because hopefully it's given you some time to think about you as a person. What is it that you need to stretch? What is it that you need to do differently? What is the immediate need for you? And actually, what are some of the things that you have already started taking on and doing in your own life to help you stay on track with some of the things that you are up to as well? So yes, tell me, how was your weekend? Was it good, bad, out of 10, 5, 7, 8? Let me know. Just put it in the comments below. So what I'd like to do right now then is just cover off number 17. So this is the 17th day of the Summer in Rome series, and I'll read it for you. It's taken from Romans chapter 12, verse 17. And it says, "Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men." I'll read that again for you. "Recompense to no man evil for evil, but provide things honest in the sight of all men." Okay, so Emma's just come back to me. So somehow for me, I've got 2 of you live. I think because I went live somewhere else, and hopefully that's now cancelled, I think. We shall see. Okay, I'll keep an eye out on that and just see what happens there. All right, so in terms of recompense to no man evil for evil, I'm going to focus on the bit that talks about honesty, really, and being honest in the sight of God for all things. Because I bet you, if I asked you the question, have you ever met anybody who's dishonest? Then is that a yes or a no? Have you ever dealt with anybody in business who has been dishonest with you? Yes or no? Have you ever been in a situation where you know someone's been dishonest and it's genuinely affected your relationship and it has genuinely affected the particular thing that you were doing? Okay, so I'll say that again. Have you ever been dealing with somebody who's been dishonest and it's affected the relationship, so your friendship, or as a colleague or as a business partner? Or has it affected the way that you deal with that particular activity or task? Let me give you an example, because I remember dealing with someone who genuinely wanted to put in that they were actually doing certain amount of hours per day, and it wasn't the right number of hours. That's dishonesty, okay? And then wanting to claim for those hours as well, which means that they end up getting quite a bit of money for it, okay? So that's an example where it did affect our relationship. And then there's also the situation where It was actually having a particular task where we were trying to complete a program, and the actual reporting of that program should have been red. And the person I was dealing with, different person this time, actually put it in as an amber, i.e. the program's not just, I wanted to put the program into red and they were trying to put it into amber to make it look a little bit better than it really was. Awful. To me, that's just being dishonest. Okay? And so those situations don't help. There is, some things do actually, it creates quite a bit of impact. It does. It does cause challenges when that happens. So just put in the comments below then if that's ever happened to you, and what have you done to address it? What have you done to deal with it? And how did it make you feel, for instance? So Emma says, yes, but somehow for me, okay, you've got two of those live, and Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa, good to see you. So ever dealt with anybody who's been dishonest? And from that perspective, it doesn't really help. So there's a couple of things that this impacts, and it's mainly the impact it has on your relationship and the impact it has on the task when dishonesty kicks in. So the impact it has on the relationship is straight away, there tends to be no authenticity. There's no trust. The collaboration gets affected actually if that happens. And therefore, if you're working with this person as a business person or as a colleague in corporate, then that whole relationship really, really, really gets affected. And there's an impact on relationship. And then there's also an impact on how you carry out the program and the tasks. Because the thing is, if you are trying to work very closely with someone and you're finding that they are being dishonest, then potentially the milestones that you're trying to achieve may never get achieved, or they'll be achieved dishonestly, or they'll be achieved in such a way that it causes you to be apprehensive about completing the task. And then when you're apprehensive about something, what it does is it then creates no clean flow of how you will then deliver that program. Okay, no clear flow whatsoever. Now, if there's no clear flow of how you present that program, then it doesn't open your mind up for creativity. It doesn't allow you to deliver it in a good way. And so dishonesty is not, it just impacts so much. It really, really, really does impact so much. And so I want you to just think about that from that perspective. Recompense to no man evil for evil, but provide things honest in the sight of all men. And be honest in everything that you do. Be honest in who you're dealing with, in who you're affecting, what the impact is if it doesn't get activated properly and there's dishonesty going on. And be prepared that actually sales are just not worth it if there's dishonesty. Business deals are just not worth it if there's dishonesty, because then it's also affecting your values. So be mindful of that. Think about it twice, 3 times before even an inkling of dishonesty starts to creep in, because then at least you'll be able to recognize it, do something about it, a bit like the empathy that we did last Friday, and then apply really good, strong moral values of honesty to make it work. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you. And that you may already know of someone that you're working with who's dishonest, or you may be going back to working with some people who might be like that. But deep down inside, don't ever, ever, ever go against your own personal values for this. It's just not worth it. And honesty may well be one of your inner values. Don't ever cross the line with that. I really implore you, because once you do that, then it takes you down a road that you don't really want to be, really, in terms of how you show up as a person authentically. So I hope that helps. Please do share this with anyone who you think would be worthwhile sharing it with, who will get the value from being inspired and motivated just from Romans chapter 12. And also, I'd like you to just put hashtag replay if you're listening to this again, and let me know what are your thoughts. Give me some experiences. Maybe you've had some experiences of very dishonest people, and maybe the opposite could be that you've had good experiences of people who are very honest, and being honest in the sight of all men is an absolutely valid verse. And it's nailed it. Be honest to all men. Simple. All right? Great. Thanks for joining. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.